Misogynistic, I get that. No, I'm just a male comic with dumb jokes. If I was a female comic, the jokes would be completely opposite and empowering, and the crowds would be a lot smaller. Yeah, because you don't support your own, ladies. That's on you. Racist? I don't like hearing that. I never use the N-word into a microphone anymore. I'm so aware of social issues, even when I'm home alone doing laundry, I won't use the word colors. Yeah, I do a load of whites and a load of darkies, and that's it. That's it. Because I want to be on the right side of history. Not gay. I have a girlfriend, not by choice. I blame Hollywood for ruining every relationship that I've ever been in. What you don't realize is how negatively they affect your relationships. Everyone's aware of the liberal media bias in the news, but what about the way they portray couples in every sitcom, where there's a dumb husband chasing his wife around the whole episode like, I want to have sex, and she's never in the mood. And they just hammer that stereotype home, that men always want to have sex and women never do. Let's get this out of the way right now. Women want to have sex way more often than men. I assure you, ladies, this is not the perspective you're going to enjoy. I don't know if you're new to my comedy or not. I have a very gender-specific slant that I ride pretty hard. Because the reality is, whether you want to admit it or not, no man's ever loved you more, been more physically attracted to you than he was the first time he had sex with you. And from that moment, it goes down. Okay? Now don't look at him right now and make the evening uncomfortable. Is that true? And then he has to be like, oh, no. I'm pretty sure he's queer. I don't care what he says. It's true 100% of the time. How fast it dives is case by case. It doesn't have to fall off a cliff immediately. We've all been there when it does. Can you be happily married for 50 years? Of course you can. But know that for him, every time you have sex, it's going down a notch. Men die 10 years earlier because we want to. Make him feel inadequate. Don't challenge his drive. I'm with the only guy in the world that doesn't want to have sex all the time. No, you're not. When I'm in a relationship, I can go 2 to 3 weeks without thinking about sex. When I'm single, I need to masturbate twice a day before I step outside, or I will sexually assault someone. I assure you, his drive is fine. It's the product that's sour. Is that too harsh? Your snatch has spoiled. Is that softer? And I know what your response should be. Well, then maybe you shouldn't be in a relationship if that's how you feel. But that's not how I'm wired. I like to be in a relationship at first. And I won't cheat on you, and I won't break up. So every time I fall in love, I'm like, Here goes 3 years. I don't even understand how real dating sites exist. Whenever I'm in a relationship, my dream scenario is that I come home from work, open the door, and catch her blowing someone. That's not a big laugh. But notice there are people laughing. Do you know why? Because for the first time in a long time, there's guys and you're going, I'm not alone. That they can understand that twisted logic. You just come home, open the door, and there she is, just, you're home early, and you're like, oh shit, you can't do that, I'm out of here. Yeah, no, we don't even talk anymore. I'm just magically happy again. I grew up in Florida. I'm a diehard Dolphins fan. Cheering for the Dolphins is like getting tested for an STD. I think I could win, but I know I don't deserve to. I'm actually one of the few people that's a diehard Heat fan that's glad LeBron went back to Cleveland. If you've never been to Cleveland, congratulations. Cleveland's one of the few places ISIS could fly over and they'd be like, oh my goodness, what happened down there? No one should have to live like that. Is there anything we can do to help them get back on their feet? Let's just put it in perspective for you. They crucified this kid for leaving. You forget he was a kid, because he looked 40 when he was 8. But he left when he was a 25-year-old billionaire. And he's not even from Cleveland. He's from Akron. That's a shittier city. 90 miles away. And wait for it, he's from the shitty part of this shittier city. And he just wanted to play basketball someplace else, and they killed him. I grew up on a private golf course in Florida. If I had $1 billion when I was 25 years old, I would shit on this stage mid-set. Just shit, stare at you people. Continue my act like, hey, pick that up. You're like, what? I'm not picking that up. I say, what'd you say? And then I throw $1 million at your head. And you'd be like, God damn it, I'm picking this up, aren't I? I would be out of my mind. Or when people get on Justin Bieber for drinking and speeding in his car. Yeah, a 21-year-old billionaire. You want to know how I would act if I had that kind of money at that age? I would rollerblade around Los Angeles jerking off on hot chicks. None of you would have an issue with it. You'd be like, that's Daniel. He's only 21. He hasn't figured things out yet. He's worth $1 billion. That's pressure that I can't relate to. My opening line in New Orleans, beautiful theater like this, nice ovation. I walk on stage. The first thing out of my mouth before thank you. The Saints. I'm not going to pander to your city just because Mother Nature gave you a much-needed bath. Trust me when I tell you no one in here has ever experienced a wave of hatred like I have. As if the levees had broke again. They lost their mind. They couldn't even comprehend it quick enough. What did he say? I will murder him him where he stands. But then they had the inner dialogue. That was his first joke. We paid a lot. Go on. And the only reason I say things like that anyway is because backstage I have friends like, I bet you won't say it. And apparently $5 still means something to me. I'm like, what? You don't think I'll ruin the show? Watch this.